I've put 2 relatively hard years fishing into this place, and I am not willing to leave until I've got the final piece of the puzzle. Tactic-wise for the spring, I've actually got a few little ideas of how I think I might finally catch him, or how I think it will get caught. Whether I can be the one to execute it will remain to be seen. He is quite predictable. I kind of know the area he's going to be in, but the way I'm going to catch it is a little bit different to how he normally gets caught. It's going to take a little bit more time to do it. It's going to take a bit more dedication, but knowing that he's going to be active and going to be hungry is all I need to keep putting the effort in. Well, you join me on what finally feels like a bit of a spring-like Northwyke. The weather's been a bit horrible of late. I've not managed to get as much time down here as I'd like to. I like to try and get a night or 2 a week, even in the winter, but I've been away a lot with shows, I've been away a lot with work, so it's meant that this is only my 5th night of this calendar year, but we're early March, and like I just said, it's now starting to feel like spring. The sun's out, standing down in the swim, it's really starting to feel like this warm day could get the fish moving. I've had very little to go on. It's nice to actually be here for a day to see if I can make something happen. As I've got to be honest, of late, I can't really work out where my next bite's coming from. It has been a bit of a gruel. I'm fishing very differently to how I fished last winter when I enjoyed some regular action through the colder months. I was always fishing over a very natural mix of baits and worms, maggots, casters, sweet corn. But historically, James is the one that I'm here to catch. Never, if ever, gets caught over a decent spread of bait. So I didn't want to come back and do exactly the same and work for a load of repeat captures, because I'm taking those captures away from someone else. Instead, I'm being a bit more single-minded. I'm going with very small patches of bait. I've been playing around with zigs, single pop-ups, solid bags, all the sort of things that I expect him to get caught up on. And whilst it hasn't happened yet, like I say, now's the time. He always does a spring capture. I see no reason to doubt he's going to do exactly the same again. So even though I can't see where the next bite's coming from, being here at this time of the year, I might see my first show of the year today. I might see a patch of bubbles. There's always something you can almost make happen if you look hard enough. But with it feeling as warm as this, I've got 1 zig out there already. I want to get another one out there, an adjustable, get it up in the layers, because you never know. Tiny bit of heat, they start moving around, and when they do that, they might fancy a little mouthful of bait. I'm going to get another zig out. Well, I've got a couple of different options out here already. The right hand rod's already on an adjustable zig. There's still some water flowing in where we've had so much wet stuff. When I got here last night just before dark, I could see that area was really chocolatey. Carp love that fresh water coming into a lake, so I had to have a rig down there. I've changed that for an adjustable zig this morning, and I've also got one really tight to the island margin now. Any fishing I've done over the years, they really start to look for the shallowest water when you get a day like this, so I had to have one there. And the reason I'm sacrificing this one is fishing as a little roving pop-up on his own, but it's 12 or 15 foot down, and I just feel they ain't going to be down there. I've got more chance, in my mind, higher up in the water, and with an adjustable zig I can work the depth a little bit, just see if we can stumble across them, because if you do, can't half make fishing easy. Get on the zigs. The adjustable zig's been a bit of a revelation. If anything, I'm very late in coming to the party, but I am at the party now. I'm pretty sure that I sat on here last spring, this sort of time, and I was going through a bit of a grueling time and couldn't buy a bite. Come May, I started playing around with adjustable zigs and literally turned the remainder of spring around for me. I missed out on a lot of bites last year. I ain't making that mistake again. Come springtime, they're spending a lot of time up in the water column. They're moving around. Some of these fish probably for the first time in, certainly in weeks. The lake has been doing the odd bite, just not to me. But there'll be quite a few fish that have sat sat torpid, sat dormant for a long time. They feel the rays of that sun for the first time, and they start to have a wander.